Hello and welcome back to Persona 5 Royal, where last time we made our way through the entirety of the waiting period between the defeat of Shido and the time where he's going to confess. We've passed through all those days, and now, between episodes, what I did is I went back to Mementos to clear out the Daughter's Just a Meal Ticket side quest that we needed to do in order to continue making progress toward Futaba's confidant, which I imagine is down here somewhere. Am I blind? Where is Futaba's? Here it is. The Hermit Confidant. We should be able to progress through the remaining few ranks now that we've done that, so that's all cleared out. And now, we're ready to go to bed, wake up tomorrow, and await the hopeful change of heart. As I hope that his confession will be tomorrow. Would be very awkward if that was not the case. But we shall wait and see. Alright, a new day is upon us. Ring-a-ding-ding. It's election day, the day is upon us. Unfortunately, public opinion hasn't changed at all. Shido will most likely win in a landslide victory. It seems this change of heart was becoming too late. We'll have to see what happens, we've done all that we can. That reminds me, with the video of us declaring war against him never showed up on TV. Seriously? I was wondering about that. The TV stations will probably pressure not to show it. Most likely, I don't think that's something Shido's influence alone could have accomplished. The true cause of this might exist elsewhere. I don't know that I really get it, but all we can do now is wait for the change of heart, yeah? Yep. Let's wait for the election results as well. Alright. You know, we probably should have at least bought some more video games before because we aren't going to school right now. We probably should have at least bought more video games so we can occupy our time while we're waiting for things to settle over. Because otherwise we've just been doing a whole lot of waiting while everyone else is in school. Also, are we going back to school at some point, or are we just done for the rest of the game? I'm not entirely sure, but we'll see. Okay, can something happen, please? It's just we've just been progressing through the day of a bunch of, like, people talking in the background, like NPCs giving their thoughts. Here we go.
My election is the result of every citizen's aid. Your support warms my heart.
I knew it was gonna be Shido.
There is no reason to hold an election.
That is why.
That is exactly why. I cannot forgive myself. The reason President Okumura passed away is I am the one who killed him. I also manipulated the information that the Phantom Thieves were behind the series of incidents. The one who controlled the hearts of others and gave rise to the countless victims is myself. It was all for my own promotion. For my own selfish gain.
What's going on?
I've even used people's lives as stepping stones in order to claim this country as my own ship. I am a true criminal that can be tried for any crime, and it still wouldn't be enough. I will confess everything. Please. I beg everyone to pass judgment on me. If I could atone for all I've done with my life, I request that I be judged at once.
Huh?
This can't be true! Shido-san! Hell yeah!
Everyone, raise your glass. Allow me to say a few words. Now then.
He started taking charge. Come now, don't be that way.
Hey, if you're gonna complain, say it to Shido. A legislator's pin's worth almost nothing. Well then, so, since the source of evil Masayoshi Shido has been...
I got to avenge my mom. It's all thanks to everyone. I was able to settle a debt in regard to my father as well.
We all worked so hard for this.
No one's gonna console Futaba when she's sitting over there crying. No one's gonna like give her a sympathy, like we did at Hug. No one. Or Haru while we're at it.
Shido's guilty, right, sis?
but I'll do this thoroughly until the causality between his other crimes can be proven. I believe Wakaba-san's research results will save Japan.
We could testify too, you know?
Thank you, but I'll be fine. I don't want to add any more unwanted suspicions on any of you. It's about time you let us adults prove that we can get our act together.
Well, you failed miserably to do that up until now, so I don't know why we should trust you to do that now.
Hey, so what about this guy's education?
I believe it'll be fine for him to return to school.
So, problem with that is that we've missed like a month of school. So, how, pray tell, do you plan on me passing my final exams?
It's true that your face will be recognized among those involved.
Yeah, no, I'm more concerned about the final exams, of which I know nothing because I missed a month of school.
But I doubt they'll take a firm action like suddenly coming to arrest him. At least they won't do it until the uproar with your suicide and Shido's confession have died down. Eventually, though, the situation where you and I will be used as scapegoats can't be avoided.
You mean in regard to faking his death? That wouldn't have happened to begin with had the police done their job properly.
Of course I plan on doing everything I can. I will protect you all this time. Prosecuting Shido is that first step.
Hey, when are we going to make the toast?
Right. Let's get to it. Today is truly...
Cheers!
Cheers!
No, wait, hey!
Cheers. I need to go. It seems Shido's been transferred to a hospital. Oh, one more thing. It's fine to celebrate, but keep it in moderation, okay? Considering that he's finally back, all of you need to take your education seriously again.
I missed a month of school. Hey, ding dong. Because of the stunt you all pulled on me, I couldn't go to school for a month, so I now missed a month's worth of education, which means I have no clue what you guys learned, so you now expect me to learn a month worth of information in probably less than a week, since, you know, Christmas is now 7 days away from this current day. So, exams have got to happen at some point this week, meaning that in literally less than 7 days, you expect me to learn a month's worth of information and retain it for an exam. You are actually hilarious. Ugh. I saw the conference, but something's not right. It's like nobody's reacting to it. There hasn't been any kind of movement on the forum either. Even the people on TV are just talking about the election, nothing about the Phantom Thieves. Isn't that kind of weird? You think? Doesn't make any sense. So poll for the Phantom Thieves didn't even increase after they made their announcement. Anyway, maybe I'll try changing the poll question. It'd be odd asking people if they support the Phantom Thieves now that so much has changed. I'll find out what people really think. Just wait.
I don't really get it. What's he going to ask? Well, let's leave the popularity stuff to Mishima for now.
Alright then. Is it Becky? Oh no, it's the group chat. The Phantom Thieves claim victory. The evil is defeated. Credits roll. Oops, forgot to take pictures. I have a photo of Ryuji crying. That does not look like Ryuji crying. What the hell? Why? That looks like a happy photo of two people celebrating together. Not... Alright. About halfway through your tearful speech of gratitude, you don't gotta tell the whole damn chat. Oh, but I think it's perfectly understandable. That was a very emotional moment. Sure was. We can totally relax yet. Or we can't totally relax yet, but it's great to know that we did it, right? Yes. For now, we can just bask in that feeling of success. Just in time for what I'm assuming is gonna be... Are they marked on our calendar? Can we just check the calendars to find out when exams are? Yeah! You numbskulls, literally 2 days from now, you expect me to learn a month's worth of information in 2 days. And you have the audacity to get on a case like, you better take your education seriously now. Self-awareness is off the charts. Let's hope the questions are about things that we learned before we died, quote unquote. That'd be awkward if it wasn't the case.
Oh.
Going to bed already? Sure.
The case is finally closed. There are no shackles on you anymore. We changed the heart of someone huge, like the next Prime Minister. There's no better finale than that. This may be the opportune time to end our deal. I'm sure you'll be fine now. You can manage without me being with you. Of course. Don't worry, I won't leave immediately. But if I just stay here, I won't recall anything. I'm a bit envious of you. Here I am, still haven't found anything about myself. If only I could find out what's in the depths of mementos. Let's go to sleep. You must be tired.
I can't believe even Shido-san had a change of heart triggered in him.
We got where we are today because we had him take care of whoever got in our way. If a case is assembled against him, everything about us will be exposed too. What are we supposed to do?
That's precisely why we've gathered to discuss our options. Prosecutor Nijima is serious about taking Shido-san to court, right?
Isn't she under your command? You have to do something!
Yes, I'm aware. But even if we prevent her from doing so, what about the public? Shido-san's conduct was shameful.
We'll just have to continue his policies for a rich country.
A rich country?
You mean that plan of advancing foreign affairs by controlling people's hearts?
After all, the research on it should be proceeding along. We'll push that plan forward and continue eliminating any who get in our way. By using that world, we'll pledge to build a powerful country. We ourselves will meet the expectations we had of Shido-san.
A powerful country, huh? I see.
But even if we do pick up where he left off, would his other associates keep quiet about it?
We should be fine in that regard. Anyone who Shido-san aided would feel that their life is at stake after watching that conference, just as we are now.
At any rate, it seems we must first stop that case from being assembled, no matter the cost.
How do we control public opinion?
Thankfully, support for Shido-san still exists. Masayoshi Shido was a hero who fell before achieving his goals, and we will carry his torch. That's what we'll announce to the mass media.
I see.
Sounded a lot like Escharum and Halo Infinite there. I gotta honor the will of Atriox.
Considering the public's panic after losing their leader, they may latch onto that immediately.
Point being, you don't sound very virtuous. Which obviously they're not. Obviously they're not good people, but like could you be even more on the nose? He fell too early. We will fight together to honor the will of Shido.
That means there's no turning back. Well then, leave Nijima to my group. Can we rely on yours in regards to Shido-san?
We'll make it so that he requires a psychiatric evaluation.
Everyone, we're in the same boat. You had best not forget that.
Do the fantasies really exist? Oh, I guess we're back to that question again. So you're going back to school today. How does it feel? Nerve-wracking to say the least. I wish I had a longer, well, I did not. Where's the option that says I'm gonna fail my exams because you're giving me 2 days to follow the coursework? Come on, don't say that. This is better than living and hiding, right? Well, there's no time to be chatting. You can't be late on the first day back. Let's go to school. Alright then. This will be interesting to see how this plays out. Yeah, here's a bunch of people talking about him. I guess we're meant to assume that he was provided coursework the whole time, because what'll happen if you're out sick is the teachers will gather, like, you can get, well, actually no, because in what would usually happen is you would actually, like, you wouldn't be able to get, I was gonna say they would gather your resources, like, gather the materials to send you, but then I realized, oh wait, no, that only happened because I was in the hospital in middle school. I've told this before about how I had pneumonia 6th grade. So I was hospitalized for quite a while. So the teachers gathered together, like, makeup work, like the stuff I missed when I was in class. And I think one of my parents drove to the school to pick up the makeup work to bring home after I got out. Because even after I got out of the hospital, I still had to rest at home for a while to fully recover. So while I was there, they got the stuff for me to work on while I was at home. But I think once I got to high school, that kind of went out the window. Well, I mean, once I got to high school, it was all kind of online anyway. So a lot of the stuff I was able to just go online and download for myself, like off the school's online software materials, things like that, so that I could work remotely. But some stuff you wouldn't be able to get until you actually went back to school. So you had to go in and talk to teachers stuff like, hey, what I miss? So I don't know if we're meant to assume that they had been sending us the materials we needed to keep up with class, or if we've just been absolutely disregarding school entirely up until this point. But either way, quite nervous about how exams are gonna go. The year's ending already, huh? So much has happened that it's like, where did all the time go? It's not over for you yet. You still have finals for 3 days from tomorrow to the 22nd. I'm sure you already knew that though, right? There's no way you haven't started studying yet. They're coming whether you like it or not, so good luck. This is the first thing we get after coming to school for the first time in a while. You've been studying? How could I have been if I didn't have the... Well, let's just hope that the questions are on things we learned before the calling card was sent. Shido spilled the beans at the conference, right? Why isn't it making any news? Is it because he's a politician? I have no doubt that political connections are involved, but that theoretically shouldn't have an impact on the news. What about all the people who saw him on TV? They had to see that. Everyone should have heard him say all the heavy stuff, right? Right. What happened can't be kept secret. It'll be apparent soon. Makoto's sister is working on a case too. I'm sure we'll see the results of that if we just wait patiently. Let's assume so. More importantly, we have exams coming up. I think they may have come at a good time. We've really gone through a lot lately. Everyone must be so tired. It certainly was a good deal of trouble. Exams are more tiring than any shit we've been doing. Good luck, you guys. Well, we'll see how this goes. Again, all we can do is just hope that the question... I mean, I'm assuming for the sake of being fair that the game wouldn't ask us about things we didn't already learn about. But, I mean, come on.
I was busy dealing with some of Shido's cronies. Well, you are students, so it's only fitting you're doing a study group.
You're gonna bring us some snacks now and then, right?
You don't even have exams.
Pardon the intrusion.
So he said that he failed to mention the exams, meaning that, never mind, my theory went out the window. He wasn't receiving materials from school, so there was absolutely... If he didn't know about this, and there's no way he would have been providing materials for Joker, like, there's no way he went to the school to get things for him. Okay. He's gonna fail.
Glad to see you all. Don't mind me. Make yourselves at home.
You're too kind. We'll take you up on that offer.
Why did you bring me here? My school's exams are already over.
Well, aren't you so special, la-di-da?
Don't be so cold. You saying it's fine if I fail?
Nothing wrong with that. Won't the results be the same whether you study or not?
You know, it's kind of like, no, I'm gonna rant now. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Yusuke's awakened something. Alright, so, once upon a time in high school, senior year, my computer science principles class in my senior year of high school. It was midterm exams. It was a midterm exam my senior year of high school, and it was my last exam was my computer science principles one. So the way this worked is that it was kind of, because my teacher was very, very nice. It wasn't like, I think also because it was our senior year, they were kind of lax about it. Previous years, it was like, you must be here at this time, and if you're late, we're not letting you into the building. But with this one, our teacher just said, come here within this time frame. You can start whenever you want. Think of it like drop in, drop out, where she would be in the room proctoring the exam between this time and this time. I think it was like 10 to 12. I think it was 10 to 12 was when the exam was. So she said, come here between these time periods. I'll be here the whole time. You can start whenever you want, stop whenever you want. But at 12 o'clock, like it was something like that. So I had hit massive traffic because it was an accident on my way when I was driving to school that day. So I was falling behind schedule. Now, I wasn't technically late because I wasn't, like I said, you had to be there between 10 and 12, so I still had plenty of time to take it when I got there. But I wasn't there right at 10, which annoyed me because I wanted to get there done as early as possible, because I was also planning on going out to lunch with someone, and we were gonna go Christmas shopping together after that. So it also was scheduled a little bit, but it was no big deal. Point being, I wasn't there right at 10. But when I got to the building and I went inside to go to the computer science room, there was another student who she got on my nerves so goddamn much. She started she burst out of the classroom as I was walking into it, and she said, and she basically just, like, she was prancing away like, I got here before you, so I finished early, so I'm on winter break early. Have fun taking the exam. It's just the most condescending, horrible attitude you could possibly imagine. So that was annoying as all hell. So then I walked in and I took the exam, but then I noticed that there was a full page, like there was only 2 pages of the exam that had been printed. So I wasn't the only one to notice this, so everyone in the classroom kind of pointed out like, hey, there's only 2 pages printed of this exam. And you might think to yourself, why would you point that out? If there's only 2 pages printed, you would have had less of an exam to take. Yeah, here's the problem with that. Teachers aren't stupid. Most of them. They wouldn't have noted. They eventually would have. If I didn't mention that, what would have happened is I would have left the classroom, and then I would have had to. And then she would have been like, "Wait, there's only 2 pages to this exam. Well, that's not okay. I have to call him back in here to finish the exam. This isn't acceptable. There's only 2 pages of this exam. You have to finish more than this." So it made more sense to say, "Hey, this isn't complete," and then wait for her to print the rest of it, and we can finish it then and there. Then it would be to wait for her to realize and then call us back in at an inconvenient time. Which, by the way, is exactly what happened to that girl earlier who was so cocky about how she got finished early, had a nice long day to herself because she finished so early. She had already driven off to do whatever she wanted to do, but someone had to call her, and it sure as hell wasn't going to be me because oh boy, but how I would have loved to rub it in. But I didn't. I took the high road, but man, She was not happy to be called back in. She was not happy at all. You call back in, but it's just like, oh, that sweet karma, I guess, in that department, because since she had left early before the exam was done, and before we noticed that something was wrong with the exam, she didn't actually finish the whole thing. So she said someone had to call her, and she had to begrudgingly drive back to school and finish it up. And I saw her, we kind of passed each other on the way out, so once I finished and I went out the door, she was going into school as I was walking out, and she just had this begrudging look on her face, and I just kind of like, I just glanced at her as she walked in, it's like, oh, well, look at that. Guess being cocky about it didn't get you anywhere. So, just a little something that Yusuke being like, my exam's already done, what am I doing here? Oh my god, it kind of reminded me of that little story. Anyway, let's go.
Now, you guys. Just think of it as helping me out.
I don't know about this. I'm just going to focus on sections that may likely be on the test. You're way too short on time.
You don't say, Makoto.
Taking a gamble, huh?
If she's wrong, we die.
I don't want to die. Is it really that bad?
This is every day for them.
This affects you too.
I know.
Well, with your grades, I'm not too worried. You've missed a lot of classes, so it couldn't hurt to study.
I'm aware, Makoto.
Yeah, he's good at studying. I feel kind of betrayed.
I'm aware of the hole you all dug me into.
Might be a bit much. Don't worry, Lady Ann. Even if you're not great at studying, I'll...
Now then, let's get to it. What do you want me to teach you?
I don't,
Japanese, huh? Wait, what did we study again? Oh, crows! How'd it go again? Crows are black, so...
Did we study that?
It's Japanese class, so they were probably talking about kanji. The kanji for crow is the same as bird, but it's missing the line that represents the eye. That's because a crow's eyes are the same color as its feathers, so you can't see them at a glance.
So thankfully it will be just covering the stuff we already learned.
Whoa, you were able to remember that much just from what Ann said?
How about taking a break?
Sounds good to me. I can't do any more. So, like, we've been doing Phantom Thief work all this time, right? We learned a bunch doing that. Even if we study and learn what we can in school, doesn't it feel kind of pointless?
At the very least, it's necessary for Ryuji.
You want to say that again?
Those sorts of experiences are important too, but common sense is just as important. You should know better than anyone how nasty adults without common sense can be.
That's a great point.
Someday you'll graduate high school and become adults. Then, when you get married, you'll need common sense more than ever.
Marriage, huh? Do you want to get married?
What? You're gonna ask me this now? Okay, I got news for you, buddy. You ask a random high schooler whether they want to get married, their answer is gonna be, I have no goddamn clue. I have a test tomorrow. They have way bigger things on their mind. I know, I was a high schooler. Way bigger things on our mind than marriage. That is a long, long ways away. Well, I say that. There was one person in our high school who all they thought about was marriage. They had the whole life plan. I said, they literally said the plan was, I'm gonna marry a rich guy and then just live all the rest of my life like that. So, there are outliers, but for the most part, people, their thought process is not thinking about marriage at that point in time. So, as for, if you want to know my life plan, I would like to start a family eventually, but even still at my current point in time, I don't think I'm anywhere near ready to think about doing that, but I would like to in the future, just not anytime soon, I don't think, so...
Really? I see.
Well, that won't be for a while.
That conversation is even more, though their responses is even more awkward when you realize that we're dating both of them.
In the meantime, I'm more concerned with what I'm going to be eating tomorrow.
Oh, cut it out, man. You're making me hungry. Well, I guess we just gotta get back to studying.
That concludes the last subject.
That took so long.
We covered all the difficult parts, so you should probably be fine.
Good work, everyone. See? You can do it if you try.
He's just, by the way, since you were just creeping on us in the background, just watching us like a creep. It feels like I've managed to increase my knowledge. You know what's crazy? How little that will do for me, because guess what? It's already maxed out. So.
We're finally done. Only God, only knows... How's that saying go again?
Ryuji's hopeless.
What did you say?
Well, whatever happens, happens. Isn't it about time you wrapped it up? Be careful on your way home.
Get out of my restaurant, kids.
Brooke said you have to do exams even after changing Shido's heart and saving the country.
You know what sucks even more? Having to do exams 2 days after I'm going back to school. Actually, sorry, 1 day after going back to school.
But looking at you, I feel kind of jealous of humans.
Hey.
How's school treating now that you're back? Same as ever. At least you don't have to hide anymore, that's something. Your probation ends soon. I don't know if any of this other stuff will affect that, so just keep quiet. I'm astounded that the probation has not been affected up until this point. How goes the case preparations against Shido? I don't know, I haven't been able to see my sister. Is she okay? I'm sure she is, and I'm sure she'll get the job done. That's right. I mean, she's a pretty talented prosecutor. All we can do now is to keep an eye on what happens next. Alright, is it Becky? Yeah, it's Becky! No, it's the night before an exam. We don't need Becky or anyone else. We're going to bed, and we're gonna hope that we can answer these damn questions tomorrow, and the day after that, and then the day after that. And then it'll almost be time for Christmas Eve.
What is this?
Do you think Representative Shido really has a change of heart? Well, there's been a lot of talk about him being exhausted, so maybe even sick. Who knows, though? Besides, he'd have been arrested already if any of it were true. Yeah, he's... whatever. I still stand by the fact that if you took out those little sections talking to random people on the subway or in the town or whatever, you wouldn't miss much. Or of anything, actually.
We're the heroes who saved this country, right? Can't we be exempt from exams? And is it just me, or do we not have as big a sense of accomplishment as I thought? I'd say exams are 80% of it, but that's not what I mean. I mean society's reactions. They're still so doubtful even after the press conference. He hasn't been arrested, so I guess that's expected. We just gotta leave it to Makoto's sister now. Man, I wish exams would magically disappear by the time we get to school.
Oh, Senpai! And good morning to you. It's been quite a while since we last met at school like this.
thank you for your efforts in changing Representative Shido's heart. Well, if anything, you're the one deserving all of the thanks, Senpai. We should go somewhere to celebrate. Ah, what say we go pay our first respects to the shrine? A new year's about to begin and all. But I suppose we ought to deal with exams first. I'll be in touch afterwards. Please excuse me.
Alright, let the pain begin.
Alright, let's
Today's your first day of finals. You may begin. Choose the graph which is named after the Chinese yo-yo known as a Diablo, or Diabolo. That's D. Yeah, thankfully they're all going to be ones, or at least I hope they're all going to be ones that from the, because it wouldn't really be fair to the player to throw you questions you haven't known prior to this point. Explain why the infamous thief Nezumi Kozo had makeup applied to him before his execution. Because it was a big event of having your head displayed. How much? I think over 1 billion. It was a big event of how having your head displayed after this whole event sends to having his head displayed. Certain significance back then, yeah, it was a performance. It was a public performance. So that sounds familiar. People wouldn't have been happy if he looked shabby for his death. Things were brutal back then. Even condemned criminals had to be prettied up for a crowd. So the reason Nezumi Kozo had makeup was to appease the people.
Yep.
Finish in time. You know, you'd think someone would hear the cat talking, or sorry, meowing. You think someone would be like, I hear someone going, meow, 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 over by Joker's table. Yeah, this is weird. Hello, Senpai. I couldn't really say much out loud at school, but I just wanted to let you know, Glenn, that I'm glad you're safe. You remember the promise we made on the roof? Of course. Really? I was so happy this morning I invited you without really thinking. But it looks like we can make good on the promise of visiting the shrine. Thank you for coming back, okay? I think we're okay. You only think so? That's kind of worrying. Just hoping nothing else crazy happens. As soon as the exams are over, I'll be going to a local training camp. Honestly, I wasn't sure I should go. After all, you were going through so much. But now I don't have to worry. I can finally focus on my training. Sorry to bother you when you're busy with exams. Talk to you later. Sounds like we really had Yoshizawa worried. Just wish we could get the general public to change their minds about us too. Alright, well, all in due time, all in due time. But first, day 2 of exams. By the way, I've never actually heard of a school, and granted, this is based on my experience in the US, I can't speak for education in Japan, but I've never heard of, I've never experienced exams leading up to the days before Christmas. This is literally December 21st, and we're having exams. The calendar's gonna go up until Christmas Eve, I'm pretty sure, with this stuff. Or at least almost until Christmas Eve. Another day of tests. We finally defeated Shido, but we still have finals. Aren't these battles one after the other tough? They're easy. They're not tougher than Shido. That's our leader, completing exams and changing hearts with ease. I don't know, I wouldn't say that we've been changing hearts with ease. We only have 2 more days left, including today. Hang in there, me. Oh, it's Takamaki-senpai and Magic-senpai. What a coincidence. Good morning. Good morning, I just ran into Trevor too. How are exams treating you, Yoshizawa-san? You seem awfully busy with practice lately.
Yes.
Oh, it's going wonderfully. Practice, that is. Not as much the exam part. I passed out while studying last night. Me too. Let's see if we can do better than that today.
Yes.
I should see how much I can cram last minute on the commute. So let me know how that works out for you. See, that was the thing you could do in middle school and early high school years when your parents drove you to school, but then you became old enough to, or at least I became old enough to drive, and I'm like, oh well, we can't do that anymore because I have to, drive, so can't do any last minute cram study. I mean, you can do it when you're sitting outside the classroom waiting for the exam, stuff like that, but mid commute, studying, not so much anymore. Alright, which suit of cards represents the Holy Grail? That's the hearts. Yeah, so we're fine. We're fine. I guess we just learned no new, possible for even if to do in court you can attend. Apparently we just learned absolutely zero new material between the calling card and now, which works out for us. But I don't know about everyone else. Alright, final day of exams. Final day of exams. For possibly the whole game. I don't know what's in store for us after we wrap up this year.
Today's the last day of exams. Are things going well for you?
They're going exceptionally well for me.
I'm doing the same as usual. Well, no problems. I'm alright with it, but my sister hasn't come home these past few days. I think she has a lot on her plate with building a case against Shido. He has connections to powerful people. I'm sure they want him cleared to save their own skins. Yeah, still, Shido confessed already. That is an indisputable fact. And it's my sister. She'll see it through, I'm sure. With that said, now isn't the time for us to slack off either. Do you remember what the exams will cover? I'll check on the train for you.
I'm pretty sure I've answered every question correct up until this point, so I'll be fine. I'm not worried at all. I was worried, and now I'm not.
Let's get started.
Like or not, everything ends today. Now you may begin. Hey, we didn't learn this in class. What country refers to a person who controls politics behind the scenes as a prime minister in black? I'm going to guess Japan, since that's where the game takes place, but we definitely didn't.
We can do this.
You know, do you like how I just opened my mouth and talked about how none of the materials new, and now we got new materials? Great. We didn't learn this one. Oh, lovely. The Japanese word dokyu translates to massive. What English word inspired the initial do in dokyu? So Dreadnought was the one that if we're talking about massive things, Dreadnought would make sense there. Neither of these make any sense, so Dreadnought. Sounds about right. As usual, when you don't know it, just try to fumble your way through with basic logic and you might come out the other end in one piece. Might. Shouldn't be a problem for you. This has been so easy I might start yawning. You did perfectly. I can't wait to see your score. I mean, again, I don't even think we need to pass the exams because our knowledge is already maxed out, and I don't think the game's just going to stop if we fail an exam, so think we're okay? Don't let your guard down until Shido's charged, got it? And keep a low profile. By the way, you got a notification on your phone. Make sure you check it, alright? Is it going to be Futaba? It is. Okay. Oh, how dare you make me choose between these two lovely people and this one person who has given me much to talk about and much entertainment value prior to this point. I went to the Memento specifically for Futaba, so we're gonna... Actually, before I go spend time with Futaba, I'm gonna go, because we have 700,000 yen right now, almost 800,000. I'm gonna go upgrade our... First things first, I'm gonna go warp to the clinic and restock on supplies. Because I don't know when the next palace is gonna be. I don't know if it's gonna throw me into another one anytime soon. I don't know when we're doing things. So just to be on the safe side, I'm gonna buy some things. Just to make sure we're all... Because we ran dry on all our materials, all our items in the last palace. And once we've done that, then we're also gonna go to the Airsoft shop to see if we can upgrade our supplies anymore. Look at this massive upgrade. Yeah, we desperately needed an upgrade for ranged weaponry, and I also got an improved melee weapon for us as best as it possibly can be, and better protection. Basically, I've gotten everything up as best as it possibly can get for our protection, our range, and our melee weaponry. It almost wiped out our bank account, but it's, you know what, it was all worth it. It was all worth it in the end. So now, as for the decision to make, I'm gonna spend time with Futaba because we went to Memento specifically to advance her confidant ranking, so we're gonna see if we can clean up this ranking real quickly. Something I want to talk to you about. You free? Yes, I am. Let's go talk to you and probably recap on what we learned or what we did in Mementos. So I emailed Kana-chan, and believe it or not, she replied. We even ended up talking on the phone about elementary school. She said the only reason she got mad about me about her diary because she was embarrassed. Apparently she thought I would hate her if I knew about her secret, so she ran away. I guess me and her are pretty much the same after all. Long story short, we made up. I finally apologized to her. That's incredible. Really? I'm surprised you were so excited about it, but I'm glad. Anyway, it's too far to actually visit each other, so we've been sending emails back and forth. We even made a promise recently to both go to high school next year. You know, there's no way I would have been able to call her and apologize before. It's all because of you that I could do it. Do I get a reward? You're making me blush. Remember, maximum scumbag. Maximum scumbag. I'll have to compliment you some more. Blush for me, my super cool protector of justice. Oh, I almost forgot. Kana-chan was really surprised that Phantom Thieves listened to her request. She'll never know the truth of the matter, though. I finally finished with that promise. Get along with Kana-chan. So are we done then? Is that the promise list done? This is really important, so I'm going to say it again.
Thanks.
Thank you. Wait a second, I never even said it the first time. I guess it means I'll just have to say it again now. Thank you, seriously. I can feel a strong bond of trust from Futaba. And there's the rank up. Alright, rank 8 of 10. Just 2 more levels to go, and then we will be max rank with the Hermit. Yay. Is it okay if I ask you for a favor real quick? I mean, I just finished the Super World Promise. So, can you pat me on the head? What are you, a cat? You want to pet your head? Mom used to do it when she was happy with me. Just pat. Oh, what? Okay. Fine by me, I guess. Alright, bring it on. This is so weird. Pat. Whoa! That was totally different from how my mom used to. Well, I don't have your mom's hand. What? My heart, my face, it feels like they're on fire. Calm down, Futaba. What the hell? Phew, looks like that strange outburst is finally over. My heart's still beating really hard, but I'm totally good now. Sorry for making you worry. Yeah, I just remembered, I still have one more promise to do. Being okay without you around. Might have a little longer to go on that one. Is that really possible? Meh, I'll find out some other day. Okay, that was weird. That was an extremely weird exchange, but, you know, we did it. We done diddly did it. Wait, wait, I walked home? Did I walk her home? Oh, okay, I was about to say, wait a minute, I got disoriented for a second there. I walked, you know, they probably put that line in there just so that they can keep the same Joker walks up for the phone call thing. Thanks for listening to what I had to say today. I'm having a lot of fun talking with Kana-chan over the internet. We talk all the time now. We tell each other what we're doing, what our days are like. Kana-chan said she'd cry when I reached out to her. I heard that. I kind of cried a little too. And now I'm getting along with Kana-chan. I'm so glad I cleared that goal. Want more pats? No, just congrats. It's a weird thing to ask. Thanks. It was only possible because you helped me out, though. Seriously. Anyways, I just have one more goal to clear. It's like I'm about to go face the final boss. Once I beat that, it's game over. Credits roll. Hope you stick around till then. Yes, we'll make sure to stick around for the post-credit scene. Where it gets revealed that I am the ultimate scumbag. Because I'm guessing that that's going to be the post. I'm guessing the post-credit scene is going to be, I am the ultimate scumbag. Something should have happened by now. Congratulations on getting through exams, everyone. Congrats. It's finally over. I'm worried about the end result, though. You all did your best. I'm sure you'll be fine. You should have studied all your subjects, though, instead of trying to guess what's on the exam. Makoto! You are the one who told us to just guess what you did that. That was you! It was you! There's no way I can do that. That's the cry of desperation. Exams aside, I heard back from my sister. There's been some progress. She'll be interrogating Shido soon. She also apologizes for the wait and promises she will manage to build the case against him. Yes. I can't wait to see what kind of news it makes. Why don't we take the opportunity to go out on town tomorrow? Let's meet in Shibuya at noon and forget about our exams. Yeah, screw exams. Got it. I'm gonna make like a tree and get out of here for now. Okay, Biff Tannen, it's make like a tree and leave. You need to watch. Did you never watch Back to the Future in all your days of isolation? Did you never learn that was not... Okay. Becky and the waiter? Yep. Becky, not the waiter, sorry. Becky and the journalist. Back at it again. I'm not spending time with either of them. That's just not happening. And going on a date with Takemi isn't going to get us anywhere because there's just going to be her examining me and then calling it a day. So, just no point. Who's up next? Something's not right. The fleet that destroyed Reach is 50 times this size. The Phantom Aficionado website isn't busy at all. This doesn't make sense. Why? I mean, Masayoshi Shido got taken down. People should be posting comments left and right about this. This silence makes no sense at all. Is it because it hasn't made the news? It's so obvious that Phantom's responsible, though. Yeah, we're just playing the waiting game until at this point. Okay, December 23rd. The news is talking about how Shido won by a landslide.
They announced the poor health of their leader, Masayoshi Shido. As such, the special diet session was postponed, along with Shido's inauguration as Prime Minister.
Postponed?
They should be firing him.
And wait, poor health? This is completely different from what my sister told us.
I heard he barely slept during the election campaign. I don't blame him.
He's not going to step down now, is he? Will this country be fine without Shido?
How can people still believe in him?
What the heck? The Phantom Thieves are being treated like Well, like they never existed.
What?
Goodness. No link among the change of heart incidents. Only coincidental psychiatric disorders. The Phantom Thieves only use those rumors to their advantage.
This is preposterous. Who would believe such things?
What?
But the person saying this is a famous researcher, and even the Ministry is saying that's how they determined the situation too.
When's Shido gonna make a comeback?
Honestly, I don't think anyone else but Shido can handle times like these.
What's going on? No matter how you look at it, this isn't normal. Yeah, it's as if the people in reality have become distorted.
I was about to say, did someone brainwash everyone into thinking we were never real?
What's happening here worries me, but the only thing we can do right now is wait and see what happens.
What do you mean I can't question him at this point?
Mr. Shido is in an extremely unstable state. I can't allow you to get in contact with him. He may officially have to undergo a psychiatric evaluation at this rate.
We are at the cusp of making a case. Do you know how much trouble we've gone through to get this far?
I'm just doing my job as a doctor.
Even if Shido was behind it, do you plan on convicting a central figure behind such a historical change?
What? Don't be ridiculous. This is a country governed by law. You still want to protect him even though you know what happened to the man previously at your post.
So, you plan on taking the head of the nation to court. You need to take a break, Nijima. I'm taking you off this case, especially since it's rumored you have ties to the Phantom Thieves.
What?
If I recall correctly, you still aren't married, are you?
What? What?
You'll be on leave for a long time. Why not look for a husband while you're at it?
Okay, look, I don't like her. Like, I really actually don't. I actually quite hate her, to be honest with you. But can we just throw him out the window? What is this? Look for a husband while you're at it? Can you be any more of a sack of shit? Like, again, I don't like this prosecutor. I hate her a lot. But you don't say that. Just out the window with him. Just break the window and throw him to the ground below. Nothing of value will be lost.
The assembly of Shido's case is in danger?
We know he doesn't need a psychiatric evaluation.
His lackeys must have pressured the others around him. It means there's far more people who'd be in trouble if the truth came out than we imagined.
Isn't there anything we can do?
Sis said the assembly of a case may be possible if the general public wants Shido held accountable. But even that chance has been destroyed with the manipulation of the mass media. They made it clear that the argument itself was a cult, even claiming that it never happened.
As a result, the Phantom Thieves are still labeled as criminals, even after all that's happened.
It's a storm of criticisms online too. People are saying to catch the remnants and execute them.
This is crazy.
At any rate, let's wait for my sister. She should be arriving here soon.
Everyone's being tricked so easily. Why the hell did we risk our lives then?
If Shido isn't judged by the law, everything we've done will be treated as if it never happened.
Moving the entire country however they wish by controlling people's cognition? This is no different than being inside a palace.
I'm sorry. I gathered the best of the best and fought for a case. But as Makoto must have told you, it was denied. At this rate, it won't end with just Shido's innocence. This trend will continue spiraling down. There's even the possibility that crimes using the metaverse will advance onto a national scale. But that's not what I'm here to tell you. We're in danger because we know the truth. It's only a matter of time before we're apprehended. It wouldn't be odd if they were to charge in now.
This makes no effing sense!
Sis!
There's nothing more I can do with my resources. That's why I want to ask for your help. I wondered if there was any way you could do something one last time. I know that I'm in no position to ask this of you.
That doesn't matter to us. So what are we gonna do? Should we change the hearts of all Shido's followers?
Even if Futaba were to research all of them, it'd take time.
Yeah, how the hell are we going to, like, obviously they've all been brainwashed, so we had to change it back. But how are we going to change all of them? Is it going to be like a class action palace where we just go to one place? Imagine that, a class action palace infiltration.
There's too little information.
We can only target individuals. Are we no match against the national power?
Mementos. If we use mementos, we might be able to do something.
There's something we can do there?
Like I told you before, mementos is the palace of the general public. It's the source of all distortions, and is maintained by the people's collective unconsciousness.
Wait, do you mean that there's a treasure even in mementos? And if we go after that...
The collapse of mementos should affect the public as a whole. The state of society would change too, if
That's a bold plan, but an interesting one.
Sounds good to me.
To begin with, why does something like the human cognition exist as another substantial world? The reason for that is most likely sleeping within mementos. We'll be destroying that, you know.
I don't see where you're going with this.
The human cognition will lose substance, so you can't sneak into people's palaces anymore. So if other criminals appear, you won't be able to steal their treasure and change their hearts. It means the phantom thieves will be going out of business.
We'll have to discard this way of life.
Well, no, because there's a sequel. And a palace after this, so, no?
I think we need to do this. I mean, we're the group who's reforming society, right?
What do you think? As our leader, you'll lose your powers if mementos is erased. Will you still do it?
Yeah, that's right.
You guys have all grown, huh? All right. It seems there are no objections.
Did you come up with a plan?
Whether it succeeds or not is another story, though.
Miss Prosecutor, looks like this is gonna be our last job.
It's not, but...
Last job?
Once we accomplish our duty, we entrust the world to respectful adults. That
Which is a
our
dumb
condition
idea, but
for
okay.
this job.
This is a deal, then. That's certainly a heavy condition. But very well, I accept. I swear to make Masayoshi Shido stand and be tried in the court of law. Besides, my pride won't allow me to be continually saved by you all without doing anything in return.
We'll be counting on you.
Looks like it's decided then.
You're the leader, and this is officially our last mission. Come on, say something.
Let's go finish this fight.
We already said that before, though.
That's fine. We're doing it for real this time, after all.
We don't have much time, right? We should carry this out tomorrow. I'm counting on you guys.
Sure. What a great way to spend Christmas Eve, am I right, guys?
No matter what happens, you better see it through. Well then.
Well, alright then. Days until rearrest. Phew. Got it. Thanks. Okay. Well, I guess we're gonna leave the episode there for now then, and then we'll pick up tomorrow on Christmas Eve, and we'll head down into Mementos again, and not finish the game, because we know there's another palace after this, but we'll probably wrap up the base game content, and then we'll do the royal stuff, so we're getting near the end. There are those who said I couldn't, but we are getting near the end, so see how that goes. But that'll be it for now. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next time. Catch you all soon for the next episode of Persona 5 Royal. Goodbye.